Good evening, my name is Brittany Edwards and I am doing the part 2 of the morphology and staining. This time I am going to be using my cultures. Today is July 23rd, 2021. Okay, so I've already started. I have my 3 slides here. E. coli, on the right side. Okay. So E. coli, S. epi, and cerevisiae for each of my cultures. E. coli, S. epi, cerevisiae. I think I'm saying it right. Probably not. I also have my candle here that I am going to be sterilizing with. And I also am using my loops to transfer the bacteria. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So first I am going to light my candle. Okay. So I'm going to take the E. coli slide. Let's scoot this over. E. coli slide. And take my culture. I'm gonna open it. First I'm gonna get the loop that's already sterilized. Okay. So I'm gonna get my culture. I'm going to run it through the heat. 2, 3, 4, 5. I like to do both sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am now going to get my loop without touching the rim. And I want to get right in the bottom here too, because where it settles. And pull it out. And put it right in the circle that's already made in the culture. Okay, I'm just gently rubbing it on there. And I now am going to take the loop, and I have a bleach bucket right below me. So I'm placing it in there. Fill the bleach solution. So I'm now going to do the same thing with the S. epi and the S. epi slide. Okay. Well, first I want to get this loop. I'm just going to hold it. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm now going to place the loop without touching the rim. It's hard because I'm shaky. I'm going to get right in the bottom where the bacteria lays. Pull it out. Right in the circle here, I am smearing it. Okay. I am now going to take the loop and put it in the bucket. And I'm going to close this really well. Okay. I am now going to take the cerevisiae. Can't see it. Do the same thing. Oh, get my loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going to put this in. Right in the bottom. Right into the circle. Smearing it. Put this in the bleach bucket. Closing this up. Placing it right there. So I'm now going to take my clamp and take my E-coli, the first slide that I worked on, clamp it, clamp it, and now I'm gonna run it over the heat 5 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's done. I'll place it right here. Do the same thing with the S-Epi. Clamp it. Okay, it's done. Same thing with this one. All right, set that right there. And now I'm gonna let it sit for 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do the staining. Okay, so my slides have cooled for 10 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into the second part of this. I am going to now be doing the staining. So I'm gonna start with the E-coli slide. And I am going to place it in my staining cup. Let me get my timer ready. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the Crystal Violet. I'm gonna do 2 drops to the circle. I'm gonna let it sit for 60 seconds. Start my timer. So with the Crystal Violet, it's going to stain the bacteria on violet, and as you can see, it is right in the circle. So what it does, it stains the bacteria that I have placed on the slide, which is E. coli. And yeah. So about 25 seconds. I'm gonna move this Crystal Violet to the side now that I'm done with that. 16. So, a few more seconds. Okay, so now that I've done that, I am going to, at an angle, take my water and rinse it. Okay. Take this out. out. And it's just a little bit more. Perfect. Okay, so I am now going to take my iodine and I'm going to do 2 drops in the circle. 1, 2. So the iodine helps the crystal violet to, this is the weirdest top. The iodine helps the crystal violet to go in and to stain the bacteria. So the crystal violet is, this is the strangest top. Okay, I think this is tape. So the crystal violet is a positive. I am letting this sit for 60 seconds, by the way. The crystal violet is a positive, and the iodine is a negative. So they act together to stain. Jeez Louise. As I'm waiting for the 60 seconds. All right, and it's time. I'm gonna rinse it off, and like I did the other. Okay. How's that? Reset it. Okay. So I'm going to take the slide and at an angle, take my water, and gently rinse. Okay. So I'm going to set the iodine away. I am now going to get the decolorizer. Okay. And I'm going to do 2 drops. I could get them. There we go. 1, 2. There we go. So I did the 2 drops. We'll set my timer for 30 seconds. The decolorizer is going to get all the color out, and it's going to get all the color out so that way we can use the saffron. Ten more seconds. All right, so I'm gonna take my slide, grab my water, and gently rinse. Okay. I am now gonna get my saffron. Now the saffron, let me do my drops first. Let's see. 1, 2. $30. The saffron is a counter stain. So what it's doing now is it's going to turn the slide, the stain pink where the bacteria is. So I'm just gonna leave this on here for 30 seconds and then I'm gonna gently rinse. Okay, get my water. All right. A little bit more. Okay. Now I'm going to take my paper towel, pat dry. And it's now ready. So I'm going to do that for all of my slides. So this is the S. Epi. Put it in my order. So I'm going to get the Crystal Violet. 2 drops. $60 seconds. So again, this is going to stain the bacteria that is on the slide, which is the S. Epi. More seconds. Okay. So I'm gonna grab my slide and rinse. I am now going to take my iodine, 2 drops, a minute, and again the iodine helps the ultraviolet to stain. As I'm waiting, I have 30 more seconds. I am going to stain the Cervece with the ultraviolet. I'm starting on step 1 for this one. 1, 2. I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. And I'm gonna take my S. Epi and rinse. Now I'm rinsing the iodine. Okay, so I am now going to take my decolorizer. Okay. 1, 2. Okay, I'm gonna rinse this. The Cervece. I'm rinsing the Crystal Violet. And I'm rinsing the S. Epi decolorizer. Okay. So for the Cervece, I am going to do the iodine. 2 drops. 2. And for the Epi, I am doing the saffron, which is going to turn that pink. So for the Epi, I'm waiting 30 seconds. For the iodine, a minute. Okay. The Epi, it's been 30 seconds now. We'll go ahead and rinse. And I'm going to pat dry. Okay. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and lay that there. It is now time for me to rinse the Cervisay. Rinsing that iodine off. I am now going to take the decolorizer and 2 drops. 1, 2. Wait about 30 seconds. For that to strip the color. Okay, it's been 30 seconds. Picking it up. Rinsing that off. Okay. And I'm now taking the saffron. 1 drop, 2 drop. 30 seconds. I'm going to close these tightly. Okay, and pick it up, take the water, and rinse. And take my paper towel and pat dry. Okay. All right, so that is my end of my portion of part 2 of the staining the bacteria, and yeah, they're all ready for the microscope. Just going to show you my finishing touches. Okay, and those are the stainings I used. Thank you.